So, there was a guy, I caught this by chance, and he has no idea I'm probably going to do this, but I thought it was an interesting video. He made an edited version of the stream, which I'm now going to place into the description if you guys want to see, which basically just has all of the arguments presented and counted from Jenny. Well, from us, from Jenny, if that makes sense. It comes to 3 hours, 19 minutes. So, that's how much time we actually spent on it. Mm-hmm. Still monsters, agreed. Still disgusting creatures, I know. But I'll give you guys a link to the watch together. He made like a little commentary video about it, and we're just gonna check out like the first half of it, because I was amused by it. So if everyone jumps in, if you haven't used Watch Together before, it's just, you just click that and you're dropped into like a room where I'm gonna play a video, and you can change the volume for yourself, it won't affect anyone else's, but if you pause, it pauses for everybody.
Funny Panda's epic laughs.
I don't know why that makes me giggle every time. It's the pandas again.
Fucking pandas, dude.
Whenever I see that the epic laughs, I remember years and years ago how epic fail was the big thing.
Yes.
Years ago.
Well, epic laughs is the new thing now. Yeah.
Epic fail.
Yeah, just check us out. And then we got a meme video that's specifically about the Twitter thing, and then I will happily say that is the end of the Twitter thing, but not quite yet.
Hi, my name is Carl, and I am human. Anyways, today I wanted to talk about something that has been bothering me for a while now. At the beginning of November of 2019, a video stream was presented by the EFAP crew consisting of MauLer, Wolf, and the episode's guest, Regs. The topic of the stream was Jenny Nicholson's video titled, "Well, I didn't like Joker." And while the stream itself lasted 11 hours, the part that addresses Jenny's video itself is only 3 hours and 60 minutes. How do I know that? Well, I cut it up. I cut the whole thing up, and here are the 6 simple steps I had to go through. First step, download the video and put it in the editing software. Step 2, rough cut the Jenny part. Step 3, cut the remaining 5 or 6 hours into half-hour segments because my editing software was on fire and didn't want to work. Step 4 and 5. Cut all the stuff that wouldn't impact the statements made, double statements, dead air, sighs, humps, breathings, and other stuff with precision cuts. Cut all the things that could be considered offensive and topics that had nothing to do with the video. I'm looking at you, Ra, and you fucking rooftop. Step 6. Cut the points in small parts so no one can claim long man bad. Are we cool? Did anyone get that? Can you tell that this was very tedious work? Probably can't. And while I try to cut as much as possible, I have the strange feeling that sometimes I made precision cuts like a surgeon, and sometimes I just butchered the video. Alright, now that we got all that out of the way, let's move on to the thing I actually want to talk about. I think I would like to baptize EFAP period. And yes, this is a fucking sexual joke. This video is not for kids. I'm also extremely pissy right now, so shut the fuck up. So what is the EFAP period? The EFAP crew reacts to a bad take on the internet. The creator of the video either A, comes on the podcast and the people talk it out, like a painless period, or B, doesn't come on the podcast and A, just stay silent, which would be like a meh period, or B, pulls a long man bad. For those who don't know what a long man bad is, here's a quick explanation. Some guy made an 11-hour response to my joke.
Wow, that's how he likes to tweet cut.
We don't use this word
We're
here.
evil.
Missy.
Yep.
But that's a
We
bad
are a
no-no.
pill of a scary color,
But
I
in
tell
this
ya.
case, I would say Jenny is actually not the bad one in this story. Yeah, believe it or not. Because I checked the original tweet from Jenny and she just didn't want to watch the video because she thinks the length of the video automatically implies that the video is unstructured. Well, I can understand, and that is why I cut the whole thing up. It's on the internet, you should look it up. Check it out. Probably also in the description. I don't know, I'm tired, I just want to get this done. So while Jenny did pull a long man bad, she didn't felt offended from what I could see. And she didn't send anyone to harass the EFAP crew, so yeah, the negative reception came actually from the people that engage with Miss Nicholson's content. Here's a problem though. On the internet, I never know if someone is trolling me or not, so I just assume they're trolling me 100% of the time. But there was one tweet that brought the spotlight to the thing I actually want to talk about. A tweet from Comfy with Lexi. They watched literally like 10 to 15 seconds of her video before saying, she looks like a murderer. She looks like an android, except no. Some androids are nice looking. They also said, I never seen her before, but I know I never want to see another video from her. I assume this is
That's something their side would never say.
No.
I might be wrong here, but hear me out. These parts of the video don't make the criticism less valid. I cut them out because I could definitely see why someone could see them or deem them as offensive. I think that offense can only be taken, never given. You can call someone a murderer, and if that person isn't a murderer...
Oh, for clarification, by the way, the comment from Wolf being like, I don't want to watch any of your content from now on, it's like, they had like a huge problem with that, and I'm like, anyone can say that. Anyone could just go, yeah, I don't want to watch this person. It's like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
How many times have people said, I've seen one of Rags' video, or I've seen one of MauLer's video, and I never want to see any of their videos ever again?
Yeah, and the response is just, okay.
Yeah, before you got here, Rags, somebody was like, it's hard for me to admit, but I used to actually watch Rags content.
It's hard to admit. I know I can't admit it in front of my new friends who definitely wouldn't judge me over that sort of thing.
And yeah, and as for the android comment, so she was overexposed because of the lighting. It made her look super pale, like unrealistically, like smooth and pale. She kind of looks like how androids are often portrayed. I believe I said this in the video. It's like, it's not supposed to be go like, she's ugly. Ugh. It's just like, wow, your lighting kind of fucks you up. That's mainly what the point was. And then the comment about how the way it's framed in that tweet is some androids look nice. The point, I think it was Wolf was saying it to Rags or vice versa, that there are androids in movies, depending on which one you're looking at, where they like look one-to-one like real people. So saying she looks like an android doesn't even make sense in that regard, but we meant the ones that don't.
Yeah, yes. What we really meant was that she looks visually indistinguishable from a human. Yes, that was our comment. In fact, we probably might end up making that comment a lot.
I just, like, you know, with context for all of them, just like, is that really that harsh? Like, as insults go.
And really, like, the comment was more along the lines of, like, what her lighting was and how overexposed it was to make her skin, like, just look plastic and just not skin. it was mostly a lighting comment, if I recall.
It was just unnatural for her, like, the production value that she usually has and everything, and size of her channel, all that. It was strange, and that was all your comment was. But
like the channel's been around for a while, so it's like to have lighting that like atrocious. It's like, come on, really?
She looked odd. she had an odd looking face.
I suppose it's good that they highlighted how much of a horrible comment that was, so it gets us to essentially re-explore how bad her lighting is over and over again. It's like, if you want us to do that, we will. It could have been a passing thing, but no, it has to be like the fucking focus of it now. And yeah, and then I guess the point that he's trying to make is that even if there is an insult, like say for example, 2 + 2 is actually 4, you idiot, you don't then go, idiot, I'm out. Like, I mean, you can, you know, everybody has to consent to the conversations they're having. I'm not saying that's not the case, but yeah, this thing got blown out of proportion, and they were desperately searching for any and all insults we had in the coverage of it. But yeah, thanks to that guy for making the cut. So if you guys actually want to watch the cut-up version, you can find it in the description of this video, and he concluded, like I said, it's just over 3 hours. Not quite 11 or 12, but, you know.
I can't wait for the people from Huffington Post tweeting out, I can't believe this guy spent days cutting out 11 hours of content about making fun of a woman. How dare he? That'll be the next thing.
And yeah, so as a finale, this is a meme that got made about the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
Jeb.
Jabs for Jeb.
Jenny Nicholson made a Joker video, and a lot of people wanted us to cover it because between the three of us, I'll say we enjoyed Joker as a film. We thought it was alright.
Loved it. It was great. I really liked it.
It was alright. Yeah.
That's some of that good stuff. That Joker.
We're gonna check this out with all of you along with us. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna check out what arguments she has and how she felt. The video's called "Why I Didn't Like the Joker," which is fine. I want to get that out there. You know, it's fine to not like it. It's what comes after that is usually the
Yeah, it's the why.
Is she made out of plastic?
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay on with the procedure.
That is like way too many hours.
This is what being an alpha loser looks like. This actually is a masterclass on being a dedicated imbecile. Holy shit, I can't stand small snippets. How do you survive like this?
Imagine being one of these men, having a persona, but critiquing a random woman for her personal appearance and interest. Why did I look at the
persona
response?
isn't my actual appearance.
It's a bunch of dudes chucking around the term straw man erroneously, and I'm actually in. Rip Jenny's comments forever, except they were never good cause she's a woman online with opinions.
Hour 1, wrong take. Hour 5, sexist rant part 10. Hour 10, I'm still right, she's wrong. Hour 11, what the fuck is an opinion? Just my guess at the structure.
You three are the definition of basement dwelling incels. Do you have parents? Do you have girlfriends? Do you have your own apartments/houses? 12 fucking hours. Not a single goddamn person will sit through this. Anyone who says they have is a filthy liar.
Same guy who made the 6-hour takedown of The Last Jedi.
When your angry response to a thing is longer than the thing itself, you can't be a very skilled writer.
Oh my God,
I
what a
can't trust
freaking
that you will
idiot.
quote tweet this in response. He's also very insecure.
How can you be that stupid?
They begin with an hour of irrelevant stuff before getting to your video, then begin by sighing as cis white boy nerds do because you like the new Star Wars trilogy.
Cis white
Oh,
boy
great.
nerd.
Well, maybe if you actually at least try to watch the video, you would find out that the actual response is only about 2 hours long, since they don't just talk about your video. I know it may sound wrong, but they genuinely give you good criticism on your really bad points. This is you.
Well, if you were all in doubt, critiques about you rather than a genuine good faith response to your actual review. I regret this.
I skimmed through it out of morbid curiosity. They like to play 3 seconds clips of your video with no context, then argue against said clip with straw man ad hominem attacks for 15 minutes. What a bizarre way to attempt criticism.
The sad thing is his fanboys have created a dumb meme for anyone who calls him out on this. A variation on the orange man bag meme that's been used to mock anyone critical of the U.S. president.
I am still amazed each day at the length shitty YouTube man will go to harass others. I know this is nothing new, but my God, it hasn't gotten any better.
He recoils in terror figuratively from having a cogent thesis and demonstrating it with focus. It is contempt for his audience by not actually making a premise and just reading a grocery list of things he doesn't like.
What the actual fuck did you just say to me right now?
I really want you to acknowledge what random obsessive men see as objective faults in their subjective taste and thoughts. Can you pretty please go on a show with dudes who call people retarded? This is not at all a trap.
If you're feeling suicidal, you've come to the right place.
Oh, that explains it. You are a literal Nazi. Lamau.
Holy fuck. Are you being an idiot intentionally? Ever get so mad at women you go alive for 12 hours?
They did what they normally do but to a woman. They are sexist. Fuck it. I'm leaving Twitter. I don't know if and when I'll come back. Bye.
Oh, that was great.
Go ahead and check this video out. It's called Long Bad Bad Jeb Nichols edition. Excellent shit.
Nope. That's the first video you edited? That was amazing.
That was really good.
I can still hear Jay's voice in the wind, like he's here amongst us already. Shame he's gone forever.
Yeah, if that's the first video you've edited, man.
Yeah, man, that was very, very good.
I love it as a if someone was unaware of what happened all over Twitter, just be like, just watch that. And I love the guy who's like, they've constructed a meme where they they prevent any criticism. It's like, you guys made the meme for us. Like,
he's like, they played us like a damn fiddle. They have a meme about Logman Badge. Damn it! Right to their trap.
Guys, don't say it's long. That's what they want.
Don't say it's Logman. They're aware that's stupid. Don't say it. Oh man, Twitter is a shithole.
It is.
It really
Twitter is an absolute just a dumpster full of the worst of humanity. Oh my goodness.
The computer voice is just the best.
Yeah.
Do they even have any apartments/houses?
I didn't know that it was so easy to tell whether or not somebody could have sex or not.
Yeah, just like that.
It's whether or not they like The Last Jedi. If they like The Last Jedi, they're slaying Mad Poon.
Apparently.
Oh man.
Which it's like we can't really follow that up. Now we're going to be moving into something that Rags and Jay are aware of, but we have to share with the EFAP audience. This is so we covered him a long time ago, Mr. No Bullshit. Do you remember? Oh yeah, may as well explain your history a little bit with him, Jay. Nice and vague, so we can slip people into this.
When I was when I was like starting, like mostly my first year, I made a few videos covering his old channel, which is called Brooks Show, which is terrible. It just covers media. His new channel is terrible too, but his old channel is like, I mean, they're both really something. I covered him a lot, and I was like, wow, this guy's actually a piece of shit. I'm like, I don't really want to link to his videos when I cover him. So I made a video announcing why I wasn't going to link to his videos anymore. And I think, is that the necessary context?
Yes. We've got, we'll play what he says, and then we can play what you actually said, because I've got the timestamps for that as well. So we can do that if you want, just because I think people will find it pretty amusing. But let's listen first. So this is PSA Sitch, friend of EFAP, decided to have No Bullshit on his show to discuss claims that No Bullshit was racist. And let's say during that, some other topic comes up strangely. So I'm just going to let this play.
Talking about,
he said
you've already,
okay. He said he wants to outlaw interracial marriages.
Is much different than like a possible mixed percentage. But the whole point is, I don't care about that shit. Like, I don't talk about like white ethno nothing. Like, you're the one bringing that shit up, and then
that's why I'm at. Why did you go on the stream?
You trick me into talking about it, and then now all of a sudden you're like saying, "Oh, now he's one of them." It's like, fuck you, dude. You're just making shit up.
So why did you go on the stream with Tara McCarthy if this isn't your concern?
Why not? Why do you say I can and can't stream with certain people?
I'm not saying you can't.
Why is that a crime?
Whoa! Where did I say you can't? I'm asking you why you did. I'm not saying you can't do it.
You say it like it was a crime committed. So I'm saying,
so
like,
explain. I'm asking
in my
you
opinion,
to explain to me the context. You've yet to do.
I could say the same thing about you. Like, for example, I've seen some of your other streams. Why did you stream with MauLer?
That silence is like my favorite thing ever. Because, like, wait, what?
Because I like his content. What does that have to do with anything?
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, he's a known leftist, and he has some pretty shady people on his show.
Wait, whoa! You said MauLer is a known leftist? MauLer's like totally anti-SJW. His co-host is Rags. What are you talking about?
Rags is a leftist.
What are you talking about? How is Rags and MauLer leftist?
They're liberals.
Okay, so you know that liberals and leftists.
It's like I learned a new word today.
So, like, before, because there's a bit more to this, but before I continue, I was just like, we did it. I was talking to Jay about this. We need one more now. We've got Remarkable Republican and No Bullshit have both called this a leftist podcast. If we can get one more, that's a complete pattern of both being called super lefty and super right. So
then we'll have them all on at the same time.
They can argue over what we actually are.
Remarkable Republican, and we'll have Knobs, and we'll have, I don't know, the zombie of Ronald Reagan. They'll all be on the podcast, and we go over why we're all leftists.
But like, yeah, for reference,
it was kind of nice.
Go ahead.
It was, you go about a week and a half, 2 weeks of being called red pill, incel, misogynist, racist, nerds, right? And then sure enough, here comes Knobs from left field. No. They're leftists. It was kind of a nice change of pace. I know.
Well, yeah, it was refreshing.
To say the opposite of, well, I'm not going to say the opposite of stupid because they're both stupid, but man, he's always there to brighten up your day with some incredibly stupid comment.
But I like that.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't have any issues with him directly. I've never had any issues. He's been supportive of my channel. I've never had any issues with him per se. But if you're leftist, why the fuck do you have alt-right Jeremy on your stream?
Well, I thought that was the narrative, that we were hard right. Like
I guess I don't understand what the hell he's talking about. Why would you have the Trump supporting Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers on your channel consistently? It makes no sense.
Yeah, he said we had some shady people on, but like we looked at our list, from Knobs's perspective. Who would he consider like a shady person to have on? And I don't know if we found anybody.
It's me. I'm the shady one.
I guess it is Jay.
Well, no, it's definitely Jay. But
notice whenever anyone like says like, "Oh, EFAP is this political thing," it's always to demonize it. It's never like, "Oh, I like EFAP because it represents my politics."
Right.
Because EFAP is like apolitical.
Well, because nobody's gonna like it for that. That's not really what. Like, why?
People totally like stuff.
No, sorry. What I mean is nobody's going to like it because it's alt-right or because it's leftist or because it's left or right or blah, blah, blah. It's, like, if
because
we were... Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
There are people out there who hate The Mandalorian because it's not political enough.
Joker.
There's not enough women.
Yeah, I mean...
If it isn't political or if it's the wrong political, then they won't like it. It's bad. It's a bad thing. The themes were bad, so I can't watch it. It's bad.
Is there any? Have you guys had any issue? I mean, what is the history with no bullshit in you guys?
Well, we covered an Infinity War video, and holy fuck, dude! Like that's one of my favorite highlights of all of EFAP. He's trying to explain how there's loads of woke elements to Infinity War. One of them includes the fact that Vision is kind of like a human, kind of like a robot, so he's obviously trans. He's like the trans character. And it's like...
Vision is the trans...
He said that?
Yeah.
Really?
Vision's trans. They're trying to put in their trans propaganda.
Wait, I want to... wait, because they've not heard it before, right? You got to nail it, right? So, you know how... You have a lot of characters in the film, a lot of just characters in general, and they're of different, like some are male, some are female. You could say that, right?
Yeah,
it's a pretty easy thing to agree with. No Bullshit's commentary was there is a suspicious amount of women. I just hadn't heard that one before,
It's good to know that in the mind of Knobs, if he was making a movie review, one of his points would be, there's a suspicious amount of women.
I'm curious.
like an unironic comment that there's I don't know. I ain't saying it's wrong. It's just really suspicious how many women there are.
It's not about the content. It's not about what actually happens or whether it's good for the film. It's just about the gender of the cast. That's what matters, right?
I'm curious, what the number is for him. Like, you can have this many women, okay.
Oh, wait. Peter Dinklage. Edith, you forgot. You got.
Oh, I did tell him about this earlier, but yeah, the top comment, the top quote was he described having a large midget as being something of an SJW thing to do.
What the fuck?
I tried to make. I mean, obviously, I complain about SJW nonsense constantly, but I've said this before. If everything is SJW, then nothing is SJW.
Yeah.
And so we've been criticized at Geeks and Gamers for not going after the gay scene in It Chapter 2, because apparently people were like, "That's woke. That's SJW." No, it's not. What the fuck are you talking about?
Are they gay in the book?
Yes.
Yes. And so people were criticizing for bending the knee to SJWs. It's like, oh my god, you really think Geeks and Gamers does that? Also, when we were doing the gameplay for Jedi Fallen Order, there's a black female in it, and somebody says, "Here comes the SJW part." And of course, this part comes, and I said, "What's the SJW part?" And they're like, "See, black woman." I'm like,
the game's dull and boring enough without having to make stuff up, so you don't need to do that.
I mean, if black woman equals SJW, then
she's the chick from the Wolfenstein movie they made a few years ago.
Yeah.
So that's why I saw her, and I'm like, oh, not you.
Not you.
It wasn't because she was black, it's because she was a fucking annoying, stupid character in the Wolfenstein movie.
See, now you can see when no bullshit. I mean, he sees a woman, he knows it's woke. That's why he thinks that you guys are just about as far left as fucking possible, because he doesn't understand how you can watch this and not be offended by the wokeness.
Well, and that's the thing. We're just sitting here like, oh, what are we today? General public. Oh, okay, cool.
Thank you, chat. That's why her eyes do scare me.
Yes.
Like, her eyes are unnaturally large, and they are legitimately strange to look at. She doesn't play a human in Fallen Order. She's actually a bipedal humanoid race, but their eyes are shaped so that they can see behind them.
Oh.
They're like a donkey,
like Jar Jar?
where they could see. all around them kind of at once. You know? You can't sneak up on them.
A predator-prey thing. Prey has the eyes on the side of their head, and predators have them on the front of their head.
As long as you don't say she looks like an android, I think we're good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually going to say I can pull it up as a sort of it was funny. So see if I can do this, because to remind the audience of No Bullshit's commentary. Oh, see, we're already laughing at it. Stop. According to my notes, it was 23715. All right. This is a blast from the past, people.
The point is, they chose the most well-known film for that joke.
Exactly.
It's not, obviously, everyone's like, oh yeah, everyone's seen that.
They're not flaunting their movie knowledge. They're not fucking pushing the SJW agenda.
Oh yeah, was this when he said that the movie was SJW because they mentioned the film Aliens, and that's a film led by a woman?
Oh, was that one of the arguments?
That was one of the arguments.
Oh my god, really?
Oh.
God.
He's amazing.
Is that seeing the world through a lens thing? Where you like,
yeah.
Dude,
Yeah, his lens is...
Avengers movie a week ago, saying it was too male, no less. And it looks like Marvel has recognized that too, and that's why they're overcorrecting now. There's also a giant midget in the movie.
When you're 40 years done,
Oh my god.
You know,
yeah, see, I undersold it. It's the way that he delivers it in a list format. Like we all understand that giant midget. SJW. Moving on.
Giant midget in the movie.
Oh man.
But he elaborates on it too.
Does he?
Yeah, he does.
What does he say? Do you remember what he says? Because I don't know how long we talk about that.
It's stuff like, we all know how much SJWs love to have representation. Like, disabled people are totally a group that they want represented, and like stuff like that. And I was like, that's probably why he's here.
Well, and this was the funny thing that Endgame has that all whammon scene, and he his take of Endgame was pretty positive. Like, we watched a bit of his video, he was like, yeah, Endgame was great, and it was like, you fucking ripped into Infinity War for like the most bizarre things ever. I don't know, his takes on exactly where the SJWs are very interesting sometimes. That's for instance,
if you don't call out that all whammon scene in Endgame, then you're just...
I saw several women calling it out, and funnily enough, I think I told some of you guys, I can't remember if I said on EFAP, but my sister said that was the most frustrating part of the film for her. She thought it was so awkward. And I was just like, well, you're supposed to like it, so...
You're a woman. You will like women on big screen.
You're doing it wrong. Shove your face into the screen. Clap.
Clap, woman.
Please clap.
And it's not to say there aren't things to maybe take a look at in Infinity War when you look at the way that Shuri treats Bruce Banner and stuff like that. But fucking tall midgets, I don't think that's a woke problem.
Never heard that one ever. That is fantastic.
And that's what caught us off guard so much. But yeah, I think there was a little bit more of this. I'll just play the rest. Make sure
Some of your other streams. Why did you stream with MauLer?
There is a little bit more.
Because I like his content. What does that have to do with anything?
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, he's a known leftist, and he.
So I didn't realize when I saw this that he was on the stream where you covered him.
Right? Oh yeah. Sitch was on the stream. We covered him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's great. I love that. I love that. I love that.
Dude, that's why I believe that's why he actually has a problem with Sitch. But he's just trying to connect this weird puzzle together to be like, instead of the fact that you laughed at my retarded take on a fucking movie, it's instead you're an asshole because you connected to MauLer, who's connected. Well, I'll let him finish. He has a line of logic here, guys. Get ready.
Hello, you just listened to a segment of the podcast Every Frame a Pause, or EFAP. Hosted by YouTubers MauLer, Rags, and Fringy, and joined by a cycling variety of guests across the internet, they critically analyze media with exhaustive detail while pausing at every single frame. Subscribe to the EFAP channel and catch new episodes on Saturdays, as well as catch their smaller videos reacting to the latest and not-so-greatest movies and TV shows throughout the week. You can also subscribe here to EFAP Highlights for the latest shorts, clips, and supercuts, also uploaded throughout the week. Links to all the relevant channels can be found in the description section below, as well as links to their communities on Reddit and Discord. Thanks for watching.